This little sucker's lucky day. I'm bored as shit, so I'm going to teach you how to cook. And one day you might be able to be as good as Chef PC Boja. You want about 3 onions. I'm going to slice them. Keep them a bit big because it'll make the gravy a bit thicker. You want 3 onions, garlic to start with this recipe. Got the onion sliced, garlic chopped up, got the meat, oil, and then you want to add a bit of cumin, jeera. Once that's started sizzling nicely, you want to add the onions. Once that's started sizzling nicely, you want to add the onions. And about half your garlic. And let that cook down. And we are making a beef karahi. When the onions have started to sweat, you want to add about half a teaspoon, about half a teaspoon of kasturi methi, which for you white people is fenugreek, dried fenugreek. Almost forgot, you want to get a separate pan with some boiling water, because you want to score these tomatoes, and then you want to blanch them so that makes it easy to peel the skin. You want to make sure you don't burn your onions, you just want them a bit golden. A bit more, then we're going to add the meat. Jake's turned up a bit late to the party, so just to recap, we've got some sliced onions in here with some garlic, nicely chopped, some of this stuff, score tomatoes, gonna blanch them to make them easy to peel, a bit of oil, that's it so far. So every Asian house has got a spice cupboard. This is ours, and we've got this magical box here. Wait for it. So I'll put the meat in, you can see what kind of doneness the onions are. And to this, for now, we're just going to add some haldi, which is turmeric. This recipe is a bit different, where you cook the meat first and then make the sauce. That should be enough. And then you want salt to taste. Just guesswork. And then mix that all in nicely. This is going to take a while. You want to cook it down until the water starts coming out of the meat, and then keep cooking it. See these tomatoes? You can see how the skin's coming off. That's why you blanch them, makes it easy to peel. See these tomatoes? This bit's going to take a while, be patient. You want to cook it for about half an hour. So if you want to add a bit of water to this, add a little bit of water because the meat will release some itself. But basically you want to cook this for a while until the water comes out of the meat, and then the water all evaporates and the oil separates from the water. I'll show you when we get there. Charlie wanted a shout out, so shout out Charlie, but he's not listening. He wants me to tell him what spices I used again. It's very simple. In the meat, turmeric. In the onions, fenugreek. in the onions, cumin and salt. That's it for now. You can see how much water I've added, just a little bit to make the sauce a bit thick. And now I'm going to turn the flame on medium to low. Put a lid on and let that cook down. So look, see that? Piece of piss. Just do that. You can always use a tin of tomatoes, but fresh is always best, as Chef Boja says. Just a little update on how we're getting on. And Hamza was asking what we're going to eat this week. I'm not sure, either with rice. I want to make it naan, to be honest, but I don't know if I can bother. So it's not like I can pop out to the shop and get one. I don't know if that's essential. So I don't know, we'll see. And also, he's saying that I say onions weird. I don't say onions weird, it's onions. And the reason why I was emphasising it is because Charlie wasn't listening. So now I'm hoping he's listening. But it's onions. How's that? That's normal. Onions. 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 While we're waiting for the meat to cook, we'll blitz our tomatoes. Make sure you wash your hands, guys. And also, how do you start? How do you spell onions? With an O for Oscar. O, onions. It's not with a U. It's not onions, it's onions with an O. I'm not gonna lie, I had a little bit of an accident when I took the top off. Tomato juice went all over me. My wife just walked into me talking to myself. No, Hamza. So just an update on how it's getting along. It's nearly there. You can still see the water coming out. When the bubbles slow down and then you can start seeing the oil, that's when you're done. But no, Hamza, I didn't add anything else to this. Just the haldi that I showed you. The colour comes from the haldi and also the meat itself. And I don't know, I'll see. I might make this a weekly thing, depending on how long this lockdown stuff goes on for. But yeah, we're nearly there. Stay with us, guys. Stay tuned. So we're nearly there, but if you look, when I'm trying to break the meat, it's not really breaking. That means it is cooked, but it's a bit tough. So I'm going to add more water to this so I can give it a bit longer to cook. Right, guys, look. Can you see how the oil is separated from the gravy? This is what you need to look for when it's done. But like I said, I'm going to be adding more water to it because the meat hasn't fully softened, tenderized. When you do add the meat, make sure you add boiling water, hot, to keep it up rather than cold water. So Mrs. Lahore, who's the wife, has said that I need to add a lot more water if it's going to get easy. It's soft. To make it soft. I mean, it looks like a soup to me now, but apparently this is what I need to do. Top tip in relation to being a good chef, the best ingredient is to not allow anyone else into the kitchen so that they can't tell you what to do.
You asked for my help. Can you put this in?
So I'm getting, yeah, put it in. I'm getting a lot of complaints over WhatsApp because I'm not shouting out people. So shout out Jakey Wakey, he wanted. Shout out Charlie. Shout out Hamza. Shout out Maddie. Shout out Gang Team 3, Charlie Alpha. You don't know. I'm reading your comments, guys, but I'm forgetting them, I'm not going to lie. So I'm not really replying to what you're saying. And Toby, you're new to this, I'm just adding you to this one. It's not on my story because I don't want the ops seeing what I'm putting up. But you never know, in the future I might. An update then, the wife drowned my meat in water. Apparently this is going to cook down to exactly how it was, but it will make the meat nice and soft. We're still waiting for it to split again. I'll tell you when it's done. Lewis has also joined in the hype now. Shout out OBJ. Toby, I have added you. Hamza made a good suggestion actually. He said in the morning when I wake up I should say what time I'm doing this so that you guys can stay tuned in. I'll think about it, whether I want to give you my wisdom or not. Atif made a good suggestion. He said to make some garlic naan with this. Yes, that would be good. That would be banging, but it's effort making that. You're probably better off just buying it from the shop, to be honest. But yeah, nearly done. When it's split, I'll tell you what it looks like. Right, people. It's bubbling. You can see that the oil has separated. I just want the bubbles to stop a little bit more. And then this will be done. Then what we'll do is we'll take all this out, put it in a separate dish while we do the actual proper flavour of the dish. A lot of people are saying that I shouldn't have let the missus in. I get your point, but I mean, what can you do in it? I married them. Right, this is perfect. It's done. You can see like what I'm talking about now. Oil separating. Yeah, you get it. Wait until you get to that point. Otherwise, it won't be as nice. I've done this with beef. If you do it with lamb, it'll be. I prefer lamb myself. But yeah, take this out, put it into here, and then we'll come back. Right, use the same pan, less washing up. Meat's in here now. To be honest, you could eat this how it is, and it'll be banging. But we're not doing that today. Put that to the side. So we've got a little bit more oil. You know, us Indians and Pakis, we've got to have a lot of oil in our food. We want to add the rest of the garlic. If you remember, I only put half in at the beginning. Bang. Now we're going to sort of make the more flavours on the side and stuff. So let that cook a bit. Put a bit more of that kasturi methi in. It's quite strong, so use it sparingly, but it's banging when used right. Let that cook down a bit, and then we're going to add the spices and roast them a bit in the oil. Right, so the missus knows what each of these are, but I don't. Because I'm an expert, I can smell it and tell what they are. I know this is chilli, turmeric. I think that's garam masala. I don't want that. I need coriander powder. I don't know where it is. So I'll have to call the women in again. I was right. This one that wasn't didn't have anything in it. That one was supposed to be the dunya. She's done good. She's come and filled it up. So get it on the heat. Garlic burns really easily, so be careful. You want it light. I've had to pause a bit, so bear with me. Right, here we go. We're adding about a teaspoon of coriander. Make that a teaspoon and a half. A teaspoon of red chili powder. Obviously put less for you, Toby, because you can't hack that. I'll put a bit more red chili, because that's the good stuff. And then, oh yeah, that's it, zira, which is cumin, about that much. That might be a bit too much. Make it a quarter. Now, cook that in. Don't burn it. You just want to roast it a bit in the oil. Yeah, look, see that, it's smoking. We don't want that. Let's take it off the heat. I added a little drop of water because it was burning. But yeah, now, do you remember those tomatoes that were sitting on the side? They're coming in now. Put the heat up. Get your tomatoes ready and bang. Get all that good stuff in there. Just cook that a little bit, just so that the masala's mixed with the tomato. You don't have to put any chilli in there. Just use the spices and that will have enough heat in it to make it flavoursome. So Toby, again, don't worry about the chilli powder. Make sure you don't waste anything. This can go in your compost bin. Yeah, because I know everyone's out in the garden now with not being able to go out. Add the skins to your compost bin. Yeah, save the planet and all that. So this is enough now. Literally it was about a minute, 2 minutes cooking on there. And now we're just going to add this back in. Mix that nice and good. And then you want this to cook down until you've got it in the consistency that you want. So if you're eating this with rice, you might want it in a different consistency. If you're eating it with naan, you want it different. You can literally cook this down until it's completely dry. It's completely up to you. But I'll let you know when it's done to the point where I want it. My missus would kill me if I left that in there, so just add a little drop of water to that. Give it a swirl. Add that. So Charlie asked a good question, do we leave the bone in for flavour? Yes, and also bones, meat with the bones are cheaper. So there's that, but yes, flavour. I'm just cutting up some coriander to finish this. Every Asian dish needs some coriander in it. I'm probably going to chop up some green chilli as well to add it. It's literally almost done now. The missus is going to be cooking some chapatis to go with this because we can't bother to make naan because it takes a while. So yeah, I might do this again. I've got a good chilli recipe to make it in bulk, and then you can add it to your lasagna or pasta, whatever you want. So this is done now. I'm just going to add, I've just got 3 chilies here, put a little slice through them, and a lot of coriander. Just add that right at the end, and you're done. Remember, boys and girls, you can always add salt, but you can't take away. So be sparing with it during the dish. Taste it now. If it needs some, then add it now. But yeah, look at that. What do you think? I think it looks banging. I think that's the bang bang. Miss is going to come and cook some chapatis now, and I'll let you know how it tastes. Definitely needs salt. Definitely needs quite a bit of salt actually. But like I said, you can always add it, you can't take it away. So during the dish, don't put in too much. Add it towards the end, it will melt and it will blend. So I'm a bit disappointed in Charlie. He just said that because of this video he's going to have to go and order an Indian. Well, no, Charlie. This is the reason why I've made this video, is that so you, yourself, can cook an Indian dish for you and your family, especially in this time at the moment where we're all in lockdown, right? Get yourself, next time you go out for an essential shop, get the ingredients that I'll put down in this, make it with lamb. It's easy, it's nice, kills some time as well. So do that. Don't let all my efforts that I've made today go down the drain. So chapatis are not hard to make, they're just long for man. So I'm gonna let Mrs. Lawaya cook the chapatis. I can make them. I'm actually very good at everything. It's just that it's long, like I said, and also I can't make them proper round. They like turn into squares and stuff. So yeah, I'm very proud of Charlie. He's written down the recipe. It's more or less there. He spelled tomatoes wrong. It's not tomatoes, and it's not scotch. It's blanch. But screenshot this if you want it. Chapatis, you've got flour, and then what you want to do is add water. You can, salt, but whatever. I've done it now. Add a little bit of water at a time. Mix it up until you get a dough, and then you make it into balls and flat chapatis. So this isn't self-raising or plain. This is proper chapati flour. We call atta. I think you can get little small packets of it, like 500 gram ones from the supermarket. But just keep kneading it until it gets all together. And then you want to make balls about this size. And then do this. Make balls and then you roll it out into like thin pancakes. But like I said, that's long for me, so I'm going to get the missus to do it. Right, bonus footage for you lucky guys. Alright, so you make, is it called pele? You call it? Do you call it pele?
I don't know.
Anyway, make these like ball shapes. Wrap it in flour. And then just roll it out. Like that. And so you saw how we made that. And now look at that. Look at that action. Push with the left, pull back with the right, and then it goes around in a circle. And you get the bang bang chapati. So top tip from the missus, if you leave the dough to sit for a bit rather than use it straight away, you won't get these rough edges because the dough will have a bit of time to sit and like chill out a bit. Right, you want this is called a tawa. You can do it in a pan, like a normal frying pan, just make sure it's big enough obviously for the chapati. But you want it to be very, very, very hot. And then you put the chapati on, like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let it cook. You'll be able to tell when the underside is cooked because the colour sort of changes at the top as well. You can see the steam coming off. But you see that colour there? More or less, more of the chapati sort of goes like that, then you can turn it, like you can see the colour change in there, and then you can also turn it around, flip it. Yeah. Now what we would normally do is you get this like a thing like this, and it's got loads of holes in it, and you put it on there. We don't have that, so I'm going to show you the other way of doing it. You just chuck it on there and let it. See that? Oh yes. And when this happens, the old wife's story, whatever you call it, is that someone's very hungry. That's why it's happening. But look at that, beautiful. And that's how you make a chapati. So Maddie keeps going on about carrot cake. Yes, we might give it a try. And no, I can't make carrot cake. I can't do any baking, to be honest. I'm not a baker. Although if I tried, I probably could, because I can do anything. But yeah, look, there you go. Another sneak peek for you. Look at that. Oh, someone else is hungry. Beautiful. There we go. Moment of truth. I'm gonna give it a good little quick try with the chapati. Banging. It's too hot. Boom. Oh, boom. Alright guys, that's it for today. See if I make £1 million from it. Donations go to my PayPal, naveed.boja, I think it is. Or, just give me cash when I see you next. It's up to you. Recommendations that you want me to do next, I'll do it for more money. Money is the key thing here. But yeah, enjoy. You made a great point there. I'm recording. She doesn't understand the vlog life. Anyway, I do not condone eating with your mouth talking with your mouth full. Don't do it. It pisses me off. I did it because I wanted you guys to know what it tastes like. Do not do it. Because I will tell you off. I will nick you. I will taser you. I will bat and strike you. I will open palm fist your face if I have to. Do not eat and talk at the same time.